15 years.
15 years.
Warning. When I do this, I'm honest with my audience. I tell you the truth. I don't sugarcoat anything. If you don't like honesty, then don't watch this show, because that's what I do here. That's the whole point of the Daily Wrap, to tell you exactly how the day went, what we did, and all of that, and my opinions on it. And, you know, some people are just so sensitive about shit. They can't take the truth, right? They don't want to hear it. How dare you talk about this or that? Well, I talk about stuff and I'm honest, and that's going to be the point. I actually would love your feedback on this video about how today went, because I'm actually very curious about how something went, and we're going to talk about that right now, okay? So, on today's Level 1 podcast, welcome to the late stream. How is everyone tonight? Hello, hello. I'm here. So, tonight, we are playing something different. We are doing horror. Horror returns to my streams. As you know, I really enjoy horror games. I always have, you know, although maybe not the same as most other streamers and content creators. I'm not one of these people that is jumping and screaming and you know. My wife wanted to try a new recipe she'd never tried before. She wanted to make homemade meatballs, beef meatballs, in the slow cooker. So this isn't my meatball recipe where we make it in a pot of Italian marinara sauce and it simmers all day in the sauce. This is just the meatballs in a slow cooker. But she wanted to make it healthier, so she said, we're going to do the lower fat content meatballs. And I warned her. I said, no, when I make my Italian meatballs, it's 80-20 mix, 80, meat, 20 fat. I'm warning you, it's going to end up not being that good. She wanted, well, I want to try it anyway. So she got 90-10 and too dense, little dry, good flavor, but definitely not what we wanted. So this week, we got 80-20, all right? She makes them. It's like, oh, the meatballs taste good now, right? But because it was 80-20 mix, the fat was out of control and basically liquefied in the slow cooker. So that even though the meatballs tasted good, they were very fatty. And she goes, well, how are they so good when you make them? And I said, because I make them in a giant pot of Italian sauce, and they slow simmer all day. So even though they're 80-20 meatballs, the fat melts away into the sauce. You're talking a big-ass pot of sauce that's like 8 portions for dinner. So you don't taste it as much. Here, in these meatballs, because you made them in the slow cooker, they just sat there in their own fat simmering all day, so now they taste fatty. And she was like, that's it, we're not doing these anymore. I said, all right. I thought they were all right, but they're like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. Because we're going to go back to our old meatballs. We used to get these chicken meatballs that were really good. I said, I'm okay with that. I love the chicken meatballs. Just that she was trying something new for 2 weeks. We couldn't nail it. So she's like, yeah, throw in the towel on this one. We'll go back to the old thing we were doing. These nice, delicious chicken meatballs. So when you slow simmer the meatballs, they were a little fatty. That's true. And it was a little liquidy, but it was tasty. Like, the meat was good and everything. And the pasta was great, but... she was like, too fatty. I'm like, well, that's what happens. All right, so everyone, allow me please to go through my shtick before we begin. Now, of course, you can always go above and beyond and support in one of these other crowdfunding methods. For example, a super chat or a super sticker or a membership or a gifted membership would be great tonight. We're trying to build the memberships back. We lost a ton of gifted memberships that had been going on over the last couple of months. And, this morning we got some momentum back, which was very nice. We got back to 500 members. It would be great if we could hit 510 by the end of tonight's stream. That would be absolutely superb. And the thing is, that's not just helping me. That helps the whole community. A gifted membership means someone who can use emotes, who can talk as much as they want in the chat. They get a cool chat crown badge. They get a bunch of benefits. So that's a great way to support. That's not just about me, but about everyone, getting something nice out of it, right? So please consider that. Of course, tips are absolutely appreciated. And, we have reward goals for tips, a silly hat or a vest or whatever. Absolutely, that would fit into tonight's stream format. It's not like it's Street Fighter where a hat would be, intrusive. Here, I can wear whatever you want. So, good stuff all around. Anything that you could do to support tonight's stream would be greatly appreciated. I don't want to talk about it all night, so I try to get it out of the way now. All right. Yes, if you're a subscriber to YouTube Premium, not only do you get all the benefits you get, but if you watch any single YouTuber who has ads enabled, they get paid for ads as if you watch them. Yeah. So basically, you're hugely helping anyone whose content you watch if you have YouTube Premium. It's pretty awesome. It's a great way to pay back to a content creator that you like. All right, normally this would be the segment where I do shout-outs. We have absolutely no contributions whatsoever so far tonight. So I guess we're going to get started with the game. Yeah, we got nothing to shout out, so I might as well get started, right? Okay. Very nice. In this game, you're not fighting the creature that's after you. You're trying to survive and avoid it. You're trying to make as little noise as possible and sneak around. You're trying to solve puzzles. We already solved a bunch of puzzles tonight, right? And it's a little confusing because the game doesn't really hold your hand or tell you what to do. You got to kind of figure it out for yourself. Circle does nothing. Y does nothing. That's P. Right trigger. Here we go. Interact with them by pushing using right thumbstick. No, it's not doing it. It doesn't do anything. Look, it doesn't do anything. Right thumbstick. No. The first door I can't open. Oh no, I can't open the door. The beginning instruction is completely incorrect. That's pretty bad. By the way, we received first contribution of the night here. Thank you, whoever this is. I appreciate that, getting it started. A $4.20 tip. In general, it doesn't seem like there's much interest in this game. I'm going to be honest with all of you, all right? This was a troll element tonight. The reason that we had those viewers was because there were trolls coming in to see if someone would support this game, which did not happen, all right? Here's what happened. I got 2 super chats, and it took all night for that, by the way. I got 1 new member, and I got 2 tips. Lowest, I'm not kidding, lowest support night this year. Any contributions at this point, guys, would be appreciated. As I said earlier, today was a slow stream for good reason. It was an interrupted, broken stream because of personal stuff going on, and then on top of that, it was Final Fantasy regardless. So it wasn't exactly the most popular of streams. You are now on your own. Learn, adapt, experiment, and survive. Okay. I'll do my best. Can I wear the bison hat tonight? If we hit a tip skull, yeah. I mean, right now we have literally 1 contribution, and it's not really on my mind. But if we happen to hit some goals tonight, I would consider it. Okay. I received a $2 tip. As I'm playing the game, I notice the attendance is going up, and we go from 300 to over 400 viewers, and I'm like, wait a minute. This is not, this is a game that's a month old. It's not a super hype game. Why do we have this many? And then, of course, what ends up happening, and I didn't talk much about this on the stream because I didn't want to derail it, is that we had a bunch of trolls coming in, being stupid shitheads, doing tips and stuff that were very disgusting and insulting and stuff, and I just ignored it. Oh, it's just an asshole. Never mind, I'm just going to ignore it. Okay. Ignore the moron. Okay, let's continue. I didn't talk about it on stream, but you can tell when morons are coming in from a restreamer. So someone out there must have been restreaming, and they sent their goons over. So here's the stream. It says 400 or 500 people watching. Yet in the chat, you're noticing you're not seeing that, right? You're not. I would say the chat was 50% fans, 50% newcomer, hater, troll, idiots sitting there. And, thanks to those who were there to legitimately enjoy the game. And in general, it's a little bit tougher to focus on a game when you have that going on. Just being honest, the troll element, you got to try to control the stream. At one point, I was moderating myself, and then finally a moderator came in to help, which was really nice. Thank you to that moderator. You know who you are. It is what it is. It's par for the course around here. All right, well, guys, that's about an hour into Amnesia the Bunker. We saw the hand of the creature come out of the wall, and that was it. Please, anything helps. It's a part 1 of a new playthrough. Liking the stream, liking the video, leaving comments on this video about what you think about the atmosphere of the game, all right? Or just saying, hey, I just want to help with the algorithm. That's a comment that helps, all right? Anything, all right? And thanks so far, and we will continue in just a moment. Thanks for watching. All right, everyone, so we're an hour in, and two things. Number one, I have to pee. Now, could it have just been a night of bad luck? Yeah, it might have been. But what I'm getting the vibe is that there's people who like me as a variety streamer. However, this doesn't necessarily mean that the content that I'm putting out, because it's samey content, like a lot of Street Fighter 6, that it's bad. What it means is that you get people who essentially don't have anything to talk about, so they get bored, and now they want me to change it up so now they can complain. So, for example, if I'm playing Street Fighter 6, generally, support's decent. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's decent. Usually the gameplay's good, the streams have a good vibe to them, and Street Fighter 6 is good. Do I rage? Of course. That's par for the course. But what's happened is, in the last month and a half that I played Street Fighter 6 a lot, the trolls don't have anything to do anymore. Because what are they going to talk about? Street Fighter 6 all day? Even they get bored because they're idiots. They don't even understand competitive fighting games, so they have nothing to say. So literally, they sit around with their thumb up their butt every time I'm playing Street Fighter 6 with nothing to do. So they have been actually trying to get me to play other games, because they want me to play another game that then they could have a night like tonight, where it's a horror game. Oh, let's disrupt his stream. Let's get trolls in the chat. Let's get troll tips going his way so that he'll be distracted, right? So he can't enjoy the game. And then at the end of the night, let's actually say, oh, look, he had a horrible night with no support, right? This is literally exactly what they've been wanting all along. By the way, I'm not saying that everyone who wanted to see me play Amnesia the Bunker is a troll. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is you can tell the vibe from a certain kind of stream. Guys, thanks for being here. It would be great if you could support the stream in some way. Giving it a like. We need 15 likes to hit our 100 likes goal for the stream. There's almost 400 of you here. I'm pretty sure we can hit 100 likes tonight. But outside of that, any support would be appreciated. Right now, I've gotten one tip in a whole hour, and that's it. Literally nothing else. No super chats, no memberships, no other tips. One singular tip. It'd be great if you could support tonight's stream. You've been asking me non-stop for variety. So I'm giving you variety. I'm giving you what you want tonight. It would be great if you could support that, okay? All right, I'll be right back, and we'll continue. More than half the viewing audience tonight is a bunch of trolls who are just sitting around to not support but be insulting jerks, right? And I feel like there's little to no real demand for this game. Isn't it interesting that even though attendance was up, the chat was quite silent? There was a lot of trolling in the chat that moderators had to take care of. I was getting troll tips all night, and it was the lowest support night of 2026. Or, excuse me, 2023. The whole year. The slowest night of the year. Don't you think if there were over 400 legitimate viewers that maybe a few of them would have wanted to support this playthrough that they've been asking for so much recently? Yeah, like, I actually, now I'm starting to believe that it was bullshit all along. That yes, there was a few people who wanted horror, but it wasn't the majority of my viewers. This game didn't need to be played. There's many things we could do. We could have gone back to Elden Ring. Elden Ring was doing very well when I was doing my Return to Elden Ring playthrough. Their attendance and the support was good on those streams, and that's been on hold for 2 months. We could go back to Elden Ring, right? Or there's other things out there. There's other Game Pass games. There's retro games we could be playing right now. Throwback stuff. We're not limited, so limited in games to be played that we have to play in a Niche of the Bunker right now. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm back, and it looks like I have received 100 likes. So we're going to do the celebratory bubble blow tonight. Thank you for the engagement, everyone. I appreciate that. It does help the stream to have engagement on it. It helps the stats of the channel overall as well. So let's do that. And again, got about an hour left on the stream. Please support the stream. You guys have been asking me nonstop for more variety content. When I announced I was playing this tonight, people seemed to rejoice that I was playing it. So please support it, okay? There were 5 people who contributed tonight. But outside of that, I know for a fact it was a bunch of bullshit. These people trying to derail stuff and get it to the point where they can make fun of it again. And they, you know, they feel like they succeeded tonight, which is funny because I didn't read any troll messages from these idiots. I just ignored them. But yeah, you know, it's disheartening when I felt like there was going to be momentum. There was going to be hype for this. People were excited, and I played it. I'm like, where is everyone? Oh, my goodness. Okay. Half of my audience is trolls, and it's the slowest supported stream of the year. Like, what is going on here, right? I want to play what people find interesting. When I have a night that's more than half trolls and the slowest supported stream of the year, that's your way of telling me you didn't find it very interesting. Okay? So let me know what else you would want then, and I'm open to listening to your feedback. If you want me to not play this again and do something different on Monday night, I will do that. All right? But I need that feedback to know exactly what it is you guys want, because I do feel like I've kind of been duped right now. Please support if you can. Alright, there's a lot of trolling tonight. I've been ignoring a lot of it, but when I look here, I'm going to basically start just banning people now, you know. Let's see. Hold on. Everyone please bear with me for a second here. Alright, get rid of this guy. A few people trolling. You know, I've not, like I said, I'm just not mentioning it. You know, I'm trying to be cool about it. But I'll take care of it now if you take a look here. Okay. Are we good now?
These fools around me, laughing, drinking, arguing. Do they know what I've done? Do they suspect it? I feel they must all be guilty of something. And yet, they laugh, drink, argue. God knows what I've done. I wonder if his judgment could be worse than my own.
Now, by the way, I just want to say this, and again, don't take offense, but if anyone contributed tonight and it didn't, and I'm not shouting it out or whatever, let me know. You know, it's insanely rare that I would have been streaming for 90 minutes and got one contribution. That never happens. So I don't know if it's just chance and a bad night, or if it's that people are having issues, but no one said a word to me. So I'm going to assume that everything is working, right? That everything's fine. But let me know if something's going wrong, because remember, this has happened before. And then all of a sudden, someone will be like, well, why, you're not doing any shout-outs tonight or something? And I was like, well, what are you talking about? Right? And I was like, I don't know. And then I looked and I refreshed, and then there was all these contributions. I was like, why didn't you send me any information? Why didn't you send me any notifications? So let me know if that's happening. But, you know, if that's the case and there's nothing, that's fine. I'm just saying, you know, I wanted to be sure that I'm not missing anything and people are getting upset. All right? Someone just did a Wings meme super chat. Thanks for the super chat. So that is one super chat of the night, right? Yeah. First super chat of the night. Thank you for that. Okay. Now, ready? Duh. Has sent me $5, which is the biggest contribution of the night so far. So thank you to Duh for that. I received a $1 tip, but I want to see if it's real or not, because we had some trolls tonight. Let's see here. Okay, so... But anyway, alright. So that was an interesting introductory 2 hours to the game. You know, there's not really much to fall in love with yet or anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, oh my god, blowing me away. We had a great attendance, although it's weird because I don't feel like a lot of people were talking tonight in the chat. But we had absolutely great attendance on the stream, and thanks to those who engaged and everything. All right, so thanks for that, and all right. I ended the recording, everybody. Thanks for everyone who was here. For the very few people who supported, I think there were 2 tips, maybe 3, 1 membership, and 2 super chats all night. Thank you. Now, I'm not going to lie or sugarcoat it. All right? This was the least supported stream I have done all year. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's been a single stream where it's been this least supported, especially for the attendance. Now, I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's the game, because people had told me they wanted something different. They wanted variety. They wanted... When I announced I was going to play this, some people were ecstatic. They were like, oh, you're going to do a horror game? This is cool, and we like Amnesia, right? So I have absolutely no idea. I was getting more support on the Zelda streams. I was getting more support on the Diablo streams. I got way more support on my Final Fantasy, and certainly the Street Fighter streams. I don't know what happened at this particular game. For some reason, it was the slowest night ever. I really have no clue. I'm not going to sit here and complain and whine about it all night. I'm just making a factual observation. That was the case, and You know, you guys, when you're asking for variety, you're asking me to do something. This was a game that I had initially skipped last month. And people kept asking me, when are you going to play it? When are you going to play it? Well, I played it. Where were you? Right? Where were you when I finally got to the game that you've been asking for the month? You know, overall, it's exactly what I expected it to be. I don't know what people were expecting from Amnesia. I mean, it's the same formula every game. It really is. With a different plot. But I don't know what else to say, you know? Like, I'm not, again, you notice I didn't talk about it all night? I wasn't going to. I'm not going to sit here and complain constantly about it because I know it's annoying to the viewer and that's not what you're here for. But at the same time, you know, if people really wanted this and asked for it and said, you're dying for me to do something different, where was the support? Because that question is, maybe it's a vocal minority. Maybe if I did play Street Fighter tonight, we would have done way better, you know? And I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I would hope that if people really want variety, that they're going to support the variety. That it's not that it's just people screaming and then it's actually not true. It's a vocal minority that are just screaming about anything. You know what I'm saying? I just hate to say it. I get the feeling that is the case a lot of the time where you get people who are complaining. Like all of June, there was complaints about it's just RPGs and Street Fighter. So now I'm doing the first thing that's different. So what happened? Right? You know, if we're going to have 400 people on the stream or whatever, I would hope that more than like 3 people are going to think of contributing to the stream because people asked for this game. The thing is, there's tons of other things I could be doing. We could do more Street Fighter. We could go back to Elden Ring, which people asked for a while. There's other releases that have come out. We can look at other Game Pass releases. We don't have to play this. I played it because you guys asked for it for a month and said that you wanted it. So I would hope that that's going to be the case and it wasn't just a bunch of, you know, people asking for it who actually it was not the case. I don't know. All right? All right. Okay. Fair enough. All right. I hope, like I said, you always got to hope for the positive. That's why I didn't sit here and complain all night or anything. I was just going to enjoy the game. I did. I enjoyed playing it with you guys. So we'll see what happens. Okay. All right. Let's get out of here for the night. Thank you all for being a chill audience. I hope you all have a good evening. All right. All right. Thank you all. Great stuff. Enjoy your evening. I'll see you all tomorrow morning. All right, everyone. Peace out. Have a good night. We'll talk more about this in the morning. Tomorrow, I'll read your comments overnight, and we'll go from there. Thanks, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.